2 moors, 2 coasts, and 117 miles of beautiful and varied landscapes just waiting to be explored on foot. The 2 Moors Way, now linked to a section of the Plym Trail, is an inspirational 117-mile long walking route across Devon, the 3rd largest county in England. It is a fabulous walk, largely off-road, crossing the southwest 2 great moorlands of Dartmoor and Exmoor. It can be tackled all in one go, overnighting along the way, or split into a number of great day walks for those who want to take things a little more easily. And it can be done in either direction too, though many seem to prefer south to north to take advantage of the prevailing southwesterly winds. There is something really satisfying about walking right across a county. And when that county is as large and as beautiful as rural Devon, with such a fantastic range of landscapes, the experiences of walking from coast to coast is one that is hard to beat. The walk starts here, in Wembury, on the south coast of Devon, which is overlooked by St Werburgh's Church, built during the Norman times. Behind me, just offshore, lies the Mewstone, one of the largest islands off the South Devon coast, and an important bird colony. It was last inhabited by Sam Wakeman and his family, who were caught by the exciseman for smuggling. If you look closely through a pair of binoculars, you can see the unusual turreted building that Sam and his family would have lived in, which was built in the 1830s. The riverside meadows flanking the River around Seeker's Bridge bring the first glimpses of Dartmoor in the way ahead. The 334-metre high western beacon looms over the town of Ivybridge and the start of the 2 Moors Way. The crooked spire of Ermington's 14th century church also adds interest to the views along this stretch. The 2 Moors Way starts here at Stoford Bridge in Ivybridge, with one of the 4 stone markers that were placed along the route in 1976. The other stones are placed at Drew Stanton, Morchard Bishop and at the finish over in Lynmouth. We also have here one of the boundary markers to Dartmoor National Park, one of the 2 moors that we'll cross on this 102-mile route behind me. In the heart of the South Moor, the 2 Moors Way crosses the River Avon via a clapper bridge, comprised of large granite slabs on low piers, a typical feature of the southwest's moors, and often dating from medieval times. Nearby can be seen Huntingdon Cross, a way marker on the Abbott's Way, linking the abbeys at Buckfast with those in Tavistock and Buckland Monacorum. It is sometimes known as the Jobber's Path, a reference to its origins as a packhorse route for yarn jobbers transporting wool across the moor. The beautiful hamlet of Widcombe is a perfect place to stop for refreshment on the walk. Behind me, the Church of St Pancras is known as the Cathedral of the Moor due to its impressive 120-foot spire, which towers over the local surroundings. In 1638, the Great Thunderstorm struck this tower, killing 6 of the local villagers. Many superstitious people at the time attributed this to the work of the devil. The highest point on the entire route is right here at Hameldown Beacon. Look around you across Dartmoor for fantastic 360-degree views with different viewpoints in each direction. As you come up the Ridgeway Path, you can see a series of Bronze Age barrows or burial mounds, some of which were explored during the 19th century. Behind me, you can see the ancient settlement of Grimspound. Within the outer stone wall is a series of 24 stone huts. Right in the centre, one was reconstructed by the Dartmoor Exploration Committee. You can see the stone porchway, which is set at a particular angle to shelter from these extreme, harsh weather conditions. The path crosses the Transmoor Road by Bennett's Cross, a way marker dating from the 13th century. Within striking distance is the remote Warren House Inn, haunted by the ghost of publican William Stevens, who shot himself here in 1929. One of the fires is said to have been alight since 1845, when smouldering peat was carried into the building from the new inn, long since gone across the road. Devon's heartland, 30 miles of rolling countryside between the two moorlands, is essentially agricultural country. Largely unaffected by tourism, and with sporadic hamlets and remote churches, facilities are both few and far between, and walkers can revel in the truly unspoilt character of the farming heartland. The hilltop village of Morchard Bishop provides welcome relief for the walker. Feel free to refresh yourselves in the London Inn or Morchard Bishop Church stores. Morchard Bishop used to be on the old coaching route between Barnstaple and Exeter, and it's here that we can see ourselves between the two moors. Dartmoor to the south, and just behind those trees, Exmoor to the north. Walking into the huge square in the small mid-Devon town of Witheridge feels like a step back in time. The centre of this long-established agricultural settlement is a conservation area with many attractive buildings, and the square was once the venue of fairs and markets and home to 4 inns. This really is Devon's heartland. You may be lucky enough to see Dartmoor and Exmoor pony foals on the route. In late summer and autumn, the walker will enjoy spectacular displays of purple heather and mustard yellow gorse on the moors, wonderful reds and oranges of trees in autumn leaf, in woodland and copses along the way. Tar Steps is the longest clapper bridge in England, with 17 separate spans. Each one of these blocks weighs up to 2 tons. They're all marked individually, so if the bridge was to wash away, they could easily be reconstructed. This previously has happened in years of heavy rainfall, in 1952 and more recently in the floods of 2012. The route follows the beautiful Bar Valley, one of the loveliest stretches on the whole path. And there are some surprises along the way too. This is the Iron Age hill fort at Cow Castle. The name Cow derives from Cea, Celtic for fort. Scramble to the top for a lovely view. A little further upriver lie the remains of Wheel Eliza, a copper mine which operated for a short time during the mid-19th century. The final stretch of the route rises high above the spectacular valley of the East Lynn River and enjoys some of the best views in the whole of the 117 miles as the coast at Lynmouth comes into view ahead, drawing you on towards the finish. A steep descent leads past the Two Moors Way stone. Then it's just an easy stroll across the pavement towards the sea. Lynmouth Pavilion National Park Centre marks the official finish, where completers can sign the logbook to show a record of their achievement. And after the long walk, what better way to enjoy yourself than with a Devon cream tea on the Esplanade, overlooking the beautiful views of South Wales. Go on, you've earned it.